Pablo Crenshaw, professional black sports entertainer in the field of professional wrestling, WCW, WWF, NWA. I want you to realize something, that this is an attempt to be exonerated from any wrongdoing that people find about me when I go to renew my pistol permit, when I go to get my CDLs renewed, when I try to get my liquor license renewed, any kind of work and validation of my ability to be treated as an American citizen, not 3/5 of a man. Now, let's start with the fact that this is The Whistleblower. It's a book, digital, video, audio, by me, Willie J Mitchell, aka Pablo Crenshaw. These are the victims. My two sons, Joshua and Willie Joe Mitchell, especially Willie Joe, and me. We're the victim of inequality, racism, right here. Roswell, Georgia Police Department, Lieutenant Jason Westcott. Please look at these case numbers. And down here, 2010 Georgia Code, Article 3, Title 16 crime against the person, kidnapping, false imprisonment, and related offenses, 16-5-40, kidnapping, false imprisonment. I'm a victim of these acts. My sister is Robin C. Mitchell. This is her affidavit, where she was told not to show up at court on the day of the trial to give testimony that I was in Augusta, Georgia, doing an errand for her. This is my private investigator. They would not give him a copy of the dash cam video. But Scott Harrison, the public defender, did get that dash cam video. This is the judge with the dash cam video from August 2006. The bottom one is a civil case where I was found, well, people were found not guilty because she refused to recuse her after she showed a black female assistant solicitor, Jamie Lynn Mack, the dash cam video, along with a court-appointed attorney named Dennis Murphy. Now, the problem was I knew Dennis Murphy was working with the Roswell police and was not going to protect my rights, and he didn't. Now, to make a long story short, I'm sending this out to the governor of Georgia, Kemp, to the Fulton County Sheriff's Department, to the district attorney. I'm filing criminal charges, but I've also filed an anti-limited notice for $250 million against these judges, the solicitor's office, and the district attorney's office, along with Sandy Spring, Alpharetta, Roswell Police Departments. This is a case for $20 million against Jason Westcott right here in Cobb County for saying I threatened to kill him when it's a lie. The reason they couldn't break me, America, is because I went to Texas A&I University. That's my picture right there. I majored in psychology. Now, these are the case numbers for judges who committed collateral misuse of office. J.R. Mathers, Craig Swall, who told me after Assistant District Attorney Linda Koski said I was going to go Brian Nichols. That was a lie. But he looked at me with his eyes wide open like he was saying N-word, you don't deserve a trial. My sister was there. She said, he needs to recuse himself. When I asked him to recuse himself, Linda DeKoski, Paul Howard, and Judge Crenshaw put me in jail for over a month and crippled me for the rest of my life to teach me a lesson because he wasn't going to recuse himself. This evil woman is Myra Dixon. This woman here, Ian Johnson, and James Bobby, in April of 2009, assaulted me because I filed a complaint against a Lieutenant Westcott. Followed me home. I got sick. I called 911. Next thing I know, they kicked the door in. I'm naked. He put my hands against the wall with a gun, James Bobby, and told me in my ear that this was a gift from Westcott. She got in between me and the wall, put my BBC in her mouth, and performed oral sex on me. Then he ramboed me in my rectum, calling it a cavity search, which was really just his gay fantasy of being in Brokeback Mountain. My son heard me screaming. He told them to stop hurting his dad. They told him to sit down and shut up. And I begged him to do what they said. Now she's going to take me outside naked. And she's taking me outside naked. That's when I begged her not to. And my son gave him a pair of blue shorts, James Bobby. She said, I'm not putting the shorts on him. I'm taking him outside naked so I can charge him with indecent exposure. She took me outside naked. He followed with my blue shorts, got in his car. She took me to her car, bent me over while the little black and Mexican shirt. I said, what about the shirt? They ain't nothing but animals anyway, because they wasn't white. Took me to jail, naked. All the white police over there cheering like they was a bunch of females at a bachelorette party with the Chippendale men entertaining them. Homosexuals also had me on the floor naked, handcuffed, 6 hours, hospital twice, over 80 hours. Never once stood fingerprint or charged or allowed to make a phone call. Both times I was in the hospital, handcuffed, foot cuffed. So they gonna make her. She said I was guilty of public intoxication. She wouldn't even listen to the 911 call. That's the reason I'm suing her. She knew what she was doing. They all in collaboration. Scott Hall was taking my case against these people. But when she said I was guilty, wouldn't even listen to the 911, how in the hell I'm publicly intoxicated when I'm in my house waiting on the ambulance after I called 911? That's why she didn't do it. Just remember, you raped, molested, and retarded these 2 little boys whose mother had already died. My father's father, Willie J Crenshaw, fought in Germany. His son, my father, fought in Okinawa. 2 of my mother's 3 brothers fought in Okinawa. My sister was the assistant federal prosecutor for the Justice Department Presidential Drug Task Force. I know because I was there with her with my pistol and my permit every second of the day, except for when she was at work. I am an American citizen. This is going to be a GoFundMe account along with another chapter of my book. Please stay tuned, America. I promise you it will not be boring. And remember, Myra Dixon, you're working for the new slave masters, the Fulton County Judicial System. They had a name for black women that used to nourish and wet nurse the white man's little puny babies because he felt like the black slave woman milk was superior to his white woman. That's just how stupid he is. And there it is. Look it up. They had a nickname for them women. They were forced to do this, neglect their own children. They were forced. Their children suffered so the white man could have what he called a mammy. Myra Dixon, you volunteered to be the white man's mammy when you refused to listen to my 911 call for an ambulance and allowed them people to get away with threatening my son and parading me around naked after this white woman had my BBC in her mouth and he had something of his up my rectum. You just as guilty just like the rest of the people I've shown. And Governor, Sheriff of Fulton County, Governor of Georgia, and District Attorney of Fulton County, do your job. These people committed collateral abuse of office and they're guilty. Right here. It's on paper. They say, friend of mine, Pablo, ain't you worried what they gonna do to you for doing this, putting this out, their business out? I said, when they look at my resume, they go back and they see these convictions that were a joint effort to cover up. And she had my penis in her, my BBC in her mouth. He had something up my butt. She took me outside naked in front of little black girls, little Mexican girls, cause she said they were animals anyway. Come on, America. Help me get the money to pay a lawyer. Pay a lawyer to represent me. Pay a lawyer to represent me. Scott Harrison knows the truth. But he didn't know he wasn't supposed to get me that dash cam video. The judge showed it to their mammy, Jamie Lynn Mack. And she asked the police officer what a dash cam video was. He said they didn't have it. She said, didn't y'all move to another building? Now I'm telling Dennis Murphy, you just watch that video with me. Don't worry, he gets up there and subordinate the same thing. Jamie Lynn Mack, you voluntarily did the job of the white master's witness. They called them a man. Thank you, America. Please help me raise money for me and these two little boys